less than 3 hours from the biggest race of the year, the 3-year-olds here in the Kentucky Derby. But a lot of news going on here in Louisville, and it starts with the scratch of the favorite on the morning line, Forte. This was the scene, 9 a.m. this morning. Todd Pletcher, owner Mike Rapoli, Pletcher in the white cap, Rapoli to his left, receiving the news that the morning line favorite would be scratched. It was this examination here, the veterinarians from the Kentucky Horse Racing Commission. That's the state body with jurisdiction. And you see as they are looking at the horse right there, the bruised right front foot. When that bruise was touched there, you saw the horse winch just a bit. And Forte thus becomes the 5th horse scratched in this Derby. It's the first time that's happened since 1936. So this comes after the lead up to the race has also once again been shrouded by renewed concerns about the safety of the sport. I mentioned 5 of the 20 horses that were in the draw on Monday have been scratched. 4 of those, like Forte, for reasons that are commonly associated with horse racing scratches before any race. But that's not the case for the other scratch, Lord Miles. That horse trained by Safi Joseph Jr., who had 2 of his horses collapse on the track and die after they raced this week. Thursday, the Kentucky Horse Racing Commission and the Board of Stewards scratched Joseph's Derby horse, Lord Miles. And then Churchill Downs suspended the trainer from competing at all of its own tracks indefinitely, giving the, quote, unexplained sudden deaths of the horses. To this point, the investigations have not produced evidence of wrongdoing. The necropsy results will be available, but not until late next week at the earliest. Joseph said he feels that Churchill jumped the gun and is, quote, tarnishing his reputation to save their face, close quote. The death of the 2 Joseph horses among 6 fatalities here at Churchill Downs over the last 9 days. The latest came earlier today. Chloe's Dream was euthanized after suffering an injury during today's second race. That total also includes Wild on Ice, a Derby entrant who was euthanized after sustaining an injury while training last Thursday. I want to update you on Freezing Point, who suffered an injury a couple of races ago in the 8th race, the Pat Day Mile. Dr. Al Ruggles telling us the horse is in a protective splint after suffering an injury to his front ankle, and there are currently an evaluation going on for the equine medical options at an equine medical center. All right, Jerry Randy, look, this is a topic that is garnering a lot of attention. This is the biggest event in this sport. All the focus is here. And there's a lot going on. We spoke to the leadership of Churchill Downs. Bill Carstangen, CEO of Churchill Downs, spoke with him today. And he said, look, we're going to exercise caution and be on the side of caution because horse safety is a priority. They don't want a horse out here who is showing any signs of possible injury. So maybe that's why the Forte suspension raised so much attention this morning. But take us back historically for some perspective on why this is maybe a seed change that we're seeing come this week.
Yeah, it's tragic what happened this week, and they're changing in a good way. Look, racing is much, much safer now than it was when I was riding. 20 years ago to this week, I rode the second favorite in the Kentucky Derby, Empire Maker. Tuesday of that week, he was announced to have a foot bruise. Same foot as Forte. Nothing was said. No worries at all. He ran second in the race. I couldn't feel anything different. He went on to win the Belmont 5 weeks later. But it gives you an example. Had that happened in this day and age, I think they would have scratched him. And this is a good thing. Things are getting better.
I don't think there's any doubt that the increased emphasis on horse safety and the more frequent and stringent veterinary examinations are now and will in the future lead to more scratches in the Kentucky Derby. And whether or not you agree with Churchill's take on Safi Joseph or Bob Baffert's 2-year ban before that, keep in mind that from the track's perspective, right, this is their Super Bowl. The whole world is watching. Churchill Downs Incorporated is a publicly traded $10 billion corporation. And undoubtedly, they feel the need when something like this happens to take very public and very bold action.
Look, Santa Anita had a spate of horse fatalities in 2019. We've been watching the numbers in California. They have come down. But you get spikes in certain tracks, and there's immediate concern, and you hear from the protesters and all of that. Where does this go next? What does the industry do to gain the confidence, as much confidence as possible, that horse racing is as safe as possible?
They're on the right path. Santa Anita has made amazing strides, right? They want to get it as close to 0 as possible, but it's impossible to get it to 0. The question is, at what level is it acceptable? And really, you don't want anything. It's a really tough spot to be in.
Look, as a guy on their back, I hope that the injuries go to 0. It's probably not a realistic goal, but I think the industry is really working toward that end.
And we have just been informed that the horse we talked about earlier, Freezing Point, who was injured in the Pat Day Mile, also was euthanized. So this is something that has become such a significant isolated event here with Churchill Downs this week, that there will be investigations, there will be major concerns raised. The sport as a whole has always had its challenges. Primarily, there's no leadership. There's leadership at tracks. There's leadership with the jockeys. There's leadership amongst the owners. But there's no commissioner. There's no Roger Goodell or Adam Silver to go to who can say we do this, because they each have their own financial interest in mind. There's got to be a point. It's got to be soon for this sport to get everybody together in some way, shape, or form to help the sport. Because legalized sports gambling, which was always the domain of horse racing, is now in all these other sports. You can bet a basketball game on your phone. If they're not careful, this industry is going to have major concerns for the next 5 to 10 years of staying healthy and alive.
Well, right now there's been legislation passed, the Horse Racing Safety Act, Integrity and Safety Act, right, that could help address some of this. There's internal fighting about it.
There is.
The lawsuits
some
trying to
groups
stop
like it. Some groups don't want it.
Yeah.
And there are legal challenges and a court order put in place to prevent those laws from going into effect. And in the state of Kentucky, one day and one race, those HISA rules were in effect, and they're on hold for now.